The storm had chased them for hours. Above the emerald forests of the forgotten world, the airship Solace 1 tore through the sky like a wounded bird, its hull scorched and cracked from the EMP blast that hit just outside the exo range. The Dominion wasn't far behind. Their Blackwing drones swarmed like hornets across the sky, scanning every heat signature, every fragment of signal. But Rael didn't slow down. He couldn't. Solace 1 wasn't just an airship. It was a lifeboat, a mythbreaker, a final breath of truth in a world drowning in lies. In the cockpit, his knuckles gripped the yoke until they turned white, his breath fogged the cracked glass. Every control flickered, altitude dropping, systems failing, navigates fried. But how far ahead, he could see it, the azure spine, a ring of mountains so high, they pierced the cloud line like jagged teeth. And somewhere within those peaks lay the sanctuary vault. Rael had never seen it, only heard the stories. A place where the planet still remembered its name. Where the sky was whole and wildflowers grew without permission. Where no Dominion satellites circled above. Behind him, strapped in the cargo hold, were the seeds, not plants, people, 10 children. Born with memories not of their own. Fragments of dreams, passed down from the Skyborn rebels, encoded in neural threads. Rael had smuggled them out of Sector 7 under a false Dominion manifest. If he failed now, their futures would be erased, recycled, rewritten. He blinked sweat from his eyes. "I won't let it end here," he muttered, not like it ended for her. The wind howled as Solace 1 plunged lower, skimming the treetops. Warning alarm screamed, fuel reserves critically low. The forest canopy below blurred into streaks of green and gold. Rain battered the windows, wild and warm. A storm was building, electric and alive. Rael felt it before he saw it, the pulse. A vibration through the bones of the ship, machines hidden beneath the earth. Weather trackers, Dominion relics, old world guardians still whispering through roots and rivers. They could feel the air change, and they were trying to warn him. He turned off the autopilot, lightning cracked, close to close. The ship jerked violently as a bolt struck the left wing, fire bloomed. He fought the controls, eyes locked on the mountains now towering ahead. He needed to reach the split between the twin peaks, that was the pass. The vault's entrance was hidden there, a vertical descent through the clouds. But the wing was failing, and so was he. Then he saw her. In the corner of his eye, just for a second, a shimmer. A woman standing at the center of the cockpit, barefoot, cloaked in a red scarf. Her face was calm, her eyes full of wind and memory. Rhea? Not possible. She had died years ago, or so they said. But Rael didn't look away. Her voice came like distant thunder. "Trust the sky, Rael, it remembers you." The controls responded, not perfectly, but enough. He guided the ship into the cloud split, the hull rattling as pressure dropped. The children stirred in the back. One of them, the youngest, began to hum a melody no one had taught him, an old Earth lullaby. Rael felt something crack inside his chest, not fear, hope. The descent was rough. Trees clawed at the underbelly, the turbine screamed in protest. Then silence. Solace 1 emerged into a wide canyon. Mist drifted across turquoise lakes, sunlight, real and golden, poured between the cliffs. The vault stood before them, a temple-like structure carved into the mountain, vines blooming over its frame, and birds circling above. Rael brought the ship down hard. The impact jolted through him like a wave. But they were alive. Smoke hissed from the side of the ship. Systems shut down. Dominion signals faded from the radar. They had made it. Rael unstrapped himself, stumbled through the corridor, and opened the hold. The children stared at him, wide-eyed, silent. The eldest girl stood up, her voice shaking. "Are we safe now?" Rael nodded. "Not yet, but we will be." He looked up at the canyon walls, at the sky they had touched and nearly died to find. Then, without another word, he lifted the youngest child into his arms and led them toward the vault. That night, as the children slept inside their new sanctuary, Rael stood on a ledge overlooking the cliff. Wine tugged at his coat, the stars above shimmered with stories he had once forgotten. He opened a small device from his pocket, an old echo drive. The last message from Rhea. Her voice spilled into the air. "If you're seeing this, it means you made it. Or someone did. You were never meant to live underground. You are not survivors, you are skyborn. Tears welled in Rael's eyes. Below him, machines buried deep in the valley stirred to life, forgotten weather guardians, ancient and slow. They blinked blue in the night, tracking new patterns, sensing new air. The world was listening again. And as dawn broke over the mountains, Rael whispered to the wind, "We're home."